Hello. Yeah, hi, welcome back. Now we are discussing the part 2 of the video for the chapter PR, the role, that is public relation, the role during crisis. Is the chapter number 8 from the book Service Marketing and Public Relation in the Aviation Industry. So now we were discussing about there is a hierarchy of various levels of objectives and three levels of objective: outputs, outtakes, and outcomes. Now the output objectives, they are dedicated to the efficiency of meeting strategies. For the example, the number of messages placed in the media, the size of audiences that receive the messages, and the percentage of positive messages that were contained in the story. So actually it helps to measure the output objectives since they furnish the good indicator of how soundly the strategies has been implemented. Now what are the outtakes of the objective focuses on increasing the awareness, understanding, and the key points of the messages, retention of the more important point of the messages. So it's very essential to know that the audience received the message then whether it was sent out. It's far more essential to know that the audiences received the messages then whether it was sent out or not. So whether they received it or not, that is most important. For instance, you may send out the messages in the newsletter of employees that passes 10,000 employees. You need to be more worried of the impact of the messages, that is the number of the people it had reached. Now the outcome objectives. Outcome objective is like there are most important objectives, but they are very difficult to achieve. Means what outcome do you get from the objective that you have decided? For example, like say in the public relation program is for the high level patrol or state level patrol to increase awareness of importance of seatbelt usage, and objective is to decrease the number of fatalities caused by not using the seatbelt. So there is a difference in process which that occurs with adaptation of adoption of the behavior. Firstly, the safety advantage of the seatbelt should be understood by the drivers, and next they should carry it with a positive attitude regarding the seatbelts. So finally, positive attitude will optimally translate the increased use of seatbelts. Now, the people who know what is good for them do not always like it. However, seatbelts are not comfortable. What if the seatbelt traps me in the car after the accident, or seatbelt crumples my clothes? So there are, like if you give some message or some objective that you want to achieve, you tell to the person, you tell to the customer, you tell to the normal people, but they always cross question you, and there are a lot of people who do not like it because there are negative and positive people. So wearing a belt, like as we know that it's good, it's not in any way it's not harmful, but the question which is mentioned in the book also, like there are people who will ask that what if my seatbelt crumples my clothes, or if I get trapped after the incident. So there are attitudes need to increase by the higher level 50%, and awareness by even higher 80% in order to increase the behavior by 30%. So it's like our input will be more and still we'll be able to achieve little less, because it's very difficult to change the perception of the people. So finally, it's the positive attitude will optimally translate to get your results. So now segment audiences, as we already discussed in the chapter, depending on the common characteristics, the group of the publics are different. There are different type of publics is on the basis of demographics, geographics, and psychographic. So it's very important. These are the three terms, like demographic, geographic, and psychographic segmentation. We are talking about the segmentation of the like different public. So demographic segmentation includes the variable of the instance, gender, income, level of education, and ethnicity. Female we have connected to the issue very differently than the males. Now the geographic segmentation is describe the public by their location. People living in 1,000 feet of the pipeline may have a different attitude towards the energy companies. Those who lives a mile or the farther away. Psychographic segmentation is used to segment the audiences depending on their values and lifestyles. For example, people who are single and adventurous, fast car drivers, and spends a lot of their earning on the entertainment may have a very dissimilar opinion about the seat belt as compared to the people who have a small child, who drive minimal and invest most of their money on the securities. It's important to segment your key publics because it will help you identify your self-interest. Now, create communication based on the self-interest. So, great attention is paid by the people to communicate that is linked to their values, needs, and goals. For example, let's say in the case of young adventurous driver, you may want to show how seatbelt permits them to have a more fun by showing how someone like can drive the car on the curved road and they can sit comfortably, or someone with not wearing seatbelt can actually slide down and fall and will have a poor control. So primary message which we have created to give in the direction with the help of communication efforts was self-interest must be identified. So for drivers who are young adventurous might be more effective to have a message from the sport adventures, for instance race car drivers and the stunt drivers. Choose communication channel. It says the last element in the strategy is to recognizing the medium or the channel by which you can reach the target public. The channels can be mass media, for example, the newspaper, television, radio programming. So they can be transmitting by the mediated channel, for instance, via email, blog, Twitters, Facebook. They can also be a town hall meeting, mediated slideshows, interpersonal communication. So, if we want to target a person for the social seatbelt campaign. So in any case, the message must be given, and kits must be given to the teacher so that they can communicate and to the student in the classroom and give homework concerning the same. So the information found in the kits is supported with the billboards, radio public service announcements. So now a very good example is given, like as a appeal to the young parent. It's like we are actually elaborately discussing the seatbelt campaign could be the one strategy. So now appeal to the young parents concerned for the family safety by means of education material that need communication between the parents, children registered in their elementary school. So, and the traffic is the most creative element in the strategic planning stage. Tactics. So tactics are the most creative element. Like what tactics you are using, what are the ways you are using. Tactics are the specified tools of communication and tasks that are used to perform strategy. So basic rule is always to assess your tactics within established objective and strategies. Now 8.333, taking actions and communication. The best public relation programs consist of both taking actions and communication. The old saying, if you have heard, action speaks louder than words, is it true for the public relation it is with other business disciplines. At times it is essential for the organization to act and react and prior to communication. Now organization should not expect the stakeholder to behave the way that is beneficial to the organization. Sometimes the organizer is expected to change their activities and behavior to improve the critical relationship. So during the communication and the action stage, two additional components to the public relation process are usually developed. What? Planning calendar and the budget. So these are the two additional components which when the public relation planning the process are usually developed. So what are they? Planning calendar and the budget. Calendaring tool is such a giant chart is used to plan the development and execution of the tactics once the tactics have been determined, and you need to determine the cost of developing, distribution, executing the tactics. So you might want to start with a wish of all the tactics and trim it down to those who are more important and highest return of investments are required. So now the step number 4, 8.3.4, that is step 4, evaluation. So like, how do we evaluate the public relation campaign? So we should define your benchmark, select the measurement tool, analyze the data, draw actionable conclusion, and make a recommendation. Make changes and measure again. So depending on this elevation, the tools will help the best way to measuring against the stated criteria. Normally the same tool can be used to help establish the benchmark data, and one of the earliest method was the clip counting. The clip counting, like in this article, is a broadcast story or the online messages that action is the simplest method, the convenient way to measure the output, and it's one way to monitor media coverage. It is also the least informative, since you don't know like what clips means that you are not counted or not evaluated except that. So measurement and evaluation should not take place only at the time where your efforts are end. You should be monitoring the media continuously to regulate whether the message is available for the people to see. And the cost comparisons among the public relation and advertising messages are not commonly used or encouraged as evaluation tool because of the difficulty in measuring the actual impact of these messages. So to measure the attitude and opinion, the most popular tool remains the survey. So we need to survey and find out whether the tactics and the objective and the analysis, the final evaluation, what we are doing with the method of calendaring and the budgeting and the segments, like what segments to create our in the public, like which we had discussed, demographic segmentation, geographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation. We have kept everything in our mind and we had started our campaigning, which so that we can actually to measure the attitude and opinions is, so we should survey. Public opinion polls and attitude surveys can be conducted and compared to benchmark the determine whether the message or the behavior of the organization have had intended effect. Intentions to behave and preferences for purchasing can also be measured through survey, providing figures on the people inclination. And behavior can also be used against the benchmark. Increase in employee retention, increased donation, improved sale, investments could be used as a measure behavior. So it's important to isolate and track the impact of the public relation effects in order to evaluate whether they are driving force or the change. So now we'll be checking our progress. It says dash is the systematic gathering of information to describe and understand situation and check out the assumption about the public and the public relation consequences. What is the systematic gathering? Is the research. So research is the systematic gathering of information to describe and understand situation and check out assumption about public and public relation consequences. Now the very popular tool of analyzing situation is the survey analysis. Now we are summing up the chapter. So basically we had discussed planning for the crisis management. It's very important as the information news travel faster than the earlier days, and there are a number of example organizations that are not able to deal with the crisis management correctly. So during crisis, the organization most vital asset is risk, their reputation, their image. They might have spent a lot of years to build. So thus managing crisis is very important for each and every organization. Now the public relation consultants plays an important role during crisis, preserving and refining their organization relationship by communicating effectively with its public. Public relations role is to help stabilize the environment by developing public relations strategies, messages which results in a rapid, authentic, useful concern communication with all the significant internal and external audiences. So now we have learned tactics, demographic, SO strategies, WO strategies, and research. So now SO strategy is strength strategy, and WO strategy is weakness opportunity strategy. So tactics is, these are the specific communication tool and tasks that are used to execute the strategy. Now the demographics, it's a variable such as gender, income, level of education and ethnicity. Now the SO is strength opportunity strategies. They are actually focusing on the organization strength and capitalize the external opportunities. Now WO is a weakness opportunity strategy. So it addresses and improves organizational weakness to be better prepared to take advantage of external opportunities. Research is the systematic gathering of information to describe and understand situation and to check the assumption about the public and the public relation consequences. So now we have covered the chapter. We have completed chapter number 8, that is public relation, the role during the crisis. Is from the book Service Marketing and Public Relation in the Aviation Industry. As we have completed the strategies crisis management, and we have understood what are the public relation problems and how do they plan and program, and how do they take actions and communication, and we have evaluated also. We had discussed about the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, basically it's a tool of analyzing and breakdown of the situation by looking into the internal and the external factors. Yes, SWOT analysis. So we basically check the strength, weakness and opportunity and threats. So SWOT analysis, we have again I would like to explain you that there are the strategies by combining of internal and external factors. The strength opportunity strategies focuses on the organization strength to capitalize the external opportunities. Strength threat strategies, it also uses organization strength to counter the external threats. WO strategies, that is weakness opportunity strategies, it addresses and improves organization weakness to be better equipped to take benefit from external opportunities. Weakness threat strategies, it attempts to correct the organization weakness to defend against external threat. So now basically when you answer all this question and in your exam also, you should be thorough when you read the chapter again, which I have explained you line by line. All the highlighted points are very important. So please read, and if you have any confusion, any doubt, please get back. Thank you very much. All the best. Good day. Good night.